It's also my great pleasure to introduce Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren. I think she is affectionately known as the fusion advocate in Congress. She has been a strong supporter of this project and this effort since its inception. She's been tireless in her efforts to make sure that the word gets out. I can also tell you she's tireless in her questions about whether we're really doing what we say. So again, it's my great pleasure to introduce Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren.
Well, thank you, George. It's just a delightful moment to be here today. But I'd like to start with just this note to the headline writers of the New York Times: science is not folly. You know, it's, thank you. It's been a 12-year journey to get to this point, and we are at the ending of one phase and the beginning of another. Certainly, there have been snags along the way. It's been an instructive journey, and as we were getting ready to come out, we were trying to figure out how many times the funding was in jeopardy, and we couldn't actually keep count. But it's been one rescue after another. And I want to especially thank someone who will soon be leaving the Congress for an important job in the administration, and that's Congresswoman Ellen Tauscher, who's been a tremendous leader in the salvage operation. I want to say also thanks. As you know, I chair the California Democratic delegation, and whenever Ellen came in saying, "We've got to do it again, gang," they always followed along for the rescue. So whatever happens next, we know that we have learned a lot. We have already developed new technologies because of the construction of NIF, including the manufacture of precision large optics, continuous pore glass, rapid growth crystals, optical coatings, new finishing techniques that can withstand ultra-high energy of the NIF lasers. So these pioneering construction efforts are ours. We own them now, no matter what happens next. And it reminds me of the space program. Actually, when I was a little kid, my parents would wake me up. Why was it? It was always 3 or 4 in the morning, California time, to watch the rockets go up. And it really excited a generation. And this, NIF, is exciting a new generation. And just as with the space program, there are spin-offs and discoveries that no one ever thought of that we will enjoy. But obviously, the big payoff would be ignition. Now, we know that fusion exists because we have a sun, we have the stars, and the real question is, can we utilize your terrific science minds and get ignition here on Earth? It's been mentioned that I've been a supporter of fusion in the House of Representatives, and it's true. And I was thinking in the year 2000, when Enron sucked about $11 billion out of the state of California, what would happen if we spent each year what Enron manipulated out of California in fusion energy? How far would we be if we had done that? And actually, I'm hopeful that we will do something like that. I'm proud to recollect that in the recovery bill this year, we had the single biggest increase in science funding in the history of the United States. And yes, that is exciting. And we have a president who has promised to dedicate a percentage of GDP every single year to science research. And that's why we're going to have a bright future in this country and in this world. Now, I have a picture of Albert Einstein hanging in my office in San Jose and also in my office in the United States Capitol. And I think about him every single day as I look, and it reminds me of you. You are bringing forward the vision, the possibilities through your wonderful scientific efforts. We know that we in Congress are just the enablers. It's the scientists that are doing the work. Now, if we are fortunate enough to have ignition, we will have a game changer. We will have a game changer that will solve our climate problems, that will solve our economic problems, that will have a profound impact on foreign policy. And so if we have ignition, all that's left is engineering. I'm honored and really thrilled to be a supporter of all of you and to celebrate this great day. The small part that we have played in Congress, if we get ignition, we will look back and say that's probably the most important thing I did in my career, and I know that you feel the same. Thank you very much.